Hello, I'm Jonathan Dunsky, author of the Adam Lapid Mysteries, and today I'd like to tell you about Home Before Night by J.P. Pomare. Home Before Night is a short novel, or maybe even a novella, that is set in Australia, and it is the second work that I've had the pleasure of listening to by J.P. Pomare, who writes psychological thrillers and who's been very successful at it. So this audiobook is exclusive to Audible, and so you can find it only there. And I've not been able to find it in ebook or print, so I'm not sure if it's available in those formats at all. So the story takes place during a COVID lockdown in Australia, and the main character is a woman in her 40s by the name of Lou, and she is the mother of a young man called Samuel, who is a student and who still lives with her. And she is divorced from her ex-husband Marco, who is still in the picture, who still has a relationship with their son, but with whom she does not really get along. They're not friendly at all, and he already has remarried since the divorce and has children with his second wife. So they have no real good connection between them. Anyway, so this is during, as I said, a lockdown, and the government in Australia has announced a curfew. Everyone has to be home by, I believe, 8 o'clock. But on that day, Samuel is nowhere to be found, and Lou doesn't know where he is. She tries to call him. He either doesn't pick up the phone, or when he does speak with her, he seems very evasive, and she senses that he may even be lying to her about where he is and with whom. Now, Samuel has a girlfriend called Jessica, whom Lou doesn't like. She met her before, and something about her did not seem right. And Samuel says that he's with Jessica, but Lou sort of suspects that he's not, or if he is, that there's something nefarious going on from Jessica, or from someone in Jessica's life from before she met Samuel. So the story is partly about Lou trying to get Samuel to come home, or finding out what is going on with him. And she is a very protective mother, I would say even overly protective. And she seems not entirely, let's say, right in the head. She drinks too much. She may even be an alcoholic. She's recently been fired. She seems to be having various, let's say, low-key mental issues. And she is very worried about Samuel. He seems to be her whole life. And now he is gone. And she is desperate to find him and to protect him, either from the curfew and the fines that he may incur if he is found outside during curfew, or from something even worse that may happen to him. Now, Lou has always taught Samuel, educated him, that there should be no secrets between them, but Lou is keeping a certain secret, or secrets, from Samuel herself. As it turns out, the reason why, or at least one of the big reasons why Lou and Marco split up, is because of something that happened many years beforehand. And it was that after a party, Marco drank too much, and he and Lou got into the car, and Marco was driving, and he hit a cyclist. And this cyclist was wearing dark clothes, no reflectors, but Marco hit him nonetheless, and he was over the limit in terms of his alcohol intake. And Marco just drove off and left this cyclist where he hit him. And he hit the car and he got away with it. And he got Lou to promise that she would never speak of this again. She would not reveal and to anyone about what happened about this hit and run accident. And so this secret and secrets in general is something that she says to Samuel is something that weighs on people and sort of breaks apart, moves them apart from one another. And so she's always educated him to not keep secrets from her. But now she senses that he may have stumbled upon this secret that she has kept from him. This is, as I said, a short novel, less than 5 hours in audio. And some would even say it's a novella and not a novel, but I think it's a short novel I think it qualifies. And at certain points, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, because there's a lot of it is on this claustrophobic sense of how Lou is in her apartment, or is trying to make sense of what is going on with Samuel, and with the lockdown, everyone is locked in, and so she sort of senses like the world is closing in around her, and she just wants to go out and find Samuel. And of course, you can go out at certain times of day to exercise, to buy groceries and stuff, but still there's this claustrophobic sensation, at least in the first, let's say, 3/4 of the book. And there didn't seem to be, and it took a while until I sort of got into the story and got into the flow of what J.P. Pomare was trying to achieve in this work. And that is to slowly ratchet up the tension and increase the sense of craziness that always seems to be hovering around Lou and her relationship with Samuel, and with the secret that she has kept from him. And in the end of the book, or towards the end, there's this huge twist that I did not see coming at all. But there were hints to that twist early on in the book, so I appreciated that. And the book at that point took an unexpected turn, and the action sort of ratcheted up, and I quite enjoyed that. In addition, there were some clever red herrings along the way that I also liked. So this is, as I said, a very short book, something that you can listen to in 3-4 days, if you have the time. And it was enjoyable. I liked it. I enjoyed more a previous work by J.P. Pomare that I listened to, a novel called Tell Me Lies, that I previously reviewed on the channel, and I'll leave a link to that review in the description below. So that one I felt was, let's say, a more complete story. It had more meat to it. But this one is quite different and also enjoyable. Specifically the build-up to the big twist at the end, which, as I said, came as a total shock to me. So I'll leave a link in the description below to where you can pick up this audiobook if you're so inclined. The narration was terrific, by the way, which is, of course, very important in audiobooks. So let me know in the comments if you've listened to this novel or any other work by J.P. Pomare. And if you enjoyed this review, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.